Oh, hello everyone. Let's continue. Okay. Um. Anyway, let's continue. So the mission of the spies and the national rebellion, right? The significant in Numbers chapter 13, 1 to 14, and also 45 too. Okay. So the significance of this episode is indicate. Show that its length. It stands along the side of the golden calf episode. In we passed learned it already, right? In Exodus chapter 32 to 34, we learned about that already. We bypassed that already, okay? As one of the two great apostasy of the wilderness wandering on the former occasion, Israel broke the first two commandments. Exodus chapter 20, verse 3 to 6. And the Lord threatened to imitate okay, emanate them and create a new people from Moses' descendant in Exodus 32, 9 to 10, right? And only Moses' interactions persuaded God to relent in Exodus chapter 32, 11 to 14. This is the time the people turned their back on the promised land and proposed returning to Egypt. Remember the complaint? Remember before? Again, the Lord threatened their destruction, which is averted by Moses' intercession. Moses prayed, right? Pray to God. And then, so verse 13, chapter 13, verse 1 to 12, spies sent out. The 12 tribes leader was selected to go from Paran to spy out the land of Canaan in verse 2. Verse 13, verse 2, see? Let me say. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, send men to spy out to the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the people of Israel. From each tribe of their fathers, you shall send a man, every one a chief among them. See? That's 2. So verse 2, reminder that the land has been a promise by God. So verse 4 to 16, from chapter 13, verse 4 to 16, is a list of the tribes leader different from that list in chapter 1 and 2, right? In Numbers chapter 1 and 2, perhaps younger and more energetic leaders were needed for the spying missions. In Numbers chapter 13, verse 16, horseshoe, see? Here, in verse 16, right? These are the name of the men who Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called horseshoe. What is horseshoe? He saves. It means he saves. It's named Joshua. See? The horseshoe. Who is horseshoe? Horseshoe is the son of Nun. And now it's called Joshua, right? So we name as Joshua. What's the Joshua means? Yahweh saves. Anticipating the faith he showed in verses Numbers chapter 14, verse 6, right? Okay, remember? We all know about John 14:6, but now about number 14:6. Joshua and the son of Nun and Caleb of the son of Jephunneh, who were among those who have been spied out the land and torn their clothes, and say to all the congregation of the people of Israel, the land which we possess, to spy it out, is exceeding good land. See, everyone, the other spies brought in bad report, but only Caleb and Joshua and Caleb bring in the good news. Okay, then they say delight and bring only the one who not afraid to go ahead. He will bring out the land. See, they say that land is which we pass through, spy it out, and is exceeding good land. If the Lord is delight in us, He will bring us into this land and give it to us. A land that is flow with what? Milk and honey. Only do not rebel against the Lord, and do not fear the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their protections is removed from them, and the Lord is with us. Do not fear them. And then all the congregation said to stone them with stones. But see, the whole congregation turned on this too. But the glory of the Lord appeared at the tent of meeting to all the people of Israel. And the Lord said to Moses, how long will this people despise me? And how long will they not believe in me? In spite of all the signs that I have done among them. Imagine God, the Lord God, to show all the signs to you through Moses. And then now the Lord is say to Moses, how long will this people despise me? How long will they not believe in me? In despite all the sign that I have done among them. Verse 12. I will strike them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and I will make you a nation greater and mightier than they. That's what God says in the Bible. So let's go back here in the mission from I remember I talk about my focus is on Numbers chapter 13, 1 to 24, right? So I'm gonna finish this, okay? Mission accomplished. The spies cover some 220 miles, about, for parentheses, 354 kilometer from the Negev, the Arab regions of South Bathsheba, right up in the north, Rehum, and near the Laban of Hamath, about 47 miles, parentheses, 76 kilometer north of Damascus, in verse 21, right? So they went up and spied out the land from the wilderness of Zion to Rehum, near the Laban Hamath. They went up and they came up to the Haman, and then Ahiman and Shishai and Tamar, the descendant of Anak, and were there and built 7 years before the zone in Egypt. And then, right, that's what it says. So I'm just read what it said, okay?